Cockliffe. So 23 months into my journey here. There we go, there's the sign, just so you know. Where is it? There we go. And in the UK at the moment, most everyone in the UK already knows this, we are in pretty much a drought. And I'm having to leave the grass as long as I can. As you can see there, the grass is not as green as it should be, simply because of drought conditions. And as you can see on the grass, we're in July, not that you can see because we're in July and the leaves are already falling at autumn pace, which means we've got prolonged, once we get some rain soon, we've got a prolonged autumn coming up. Autumn doesn't normally start till September, October time, certainly not blooming July. So yeah, around these beds, I'll flip the camera because it's easy to talk the other way. So here, pruned everything down when I first came. It's all been planted up. You cannot see what I've done properly because, one, the weather, no rain, but you get the drift. This year, up to that tree line there, all that lot's going to come out and we're going to freshen it up with new plants. That's the plan. Same here, this was all pruned down, planted with the grasses underneath. And you can only do so much, you know. There's no free water. I mean, look over there, there's the sugar beet in the field. It's doing bugger all. Crap for them, because usually their stuff's, they usually have corn, maize or whatever you call it, and it's usually quite high. Again, planted all this up, and again it's all suffering. But I can only show you the canthariums that have been planted. They're looking actually quite nice. As you can see, the lawn, I'm going to mow it on Friday. More leucanthemums that I planted, and obviously I work two sites, so there's only so much you can do at both sites. Everything's obviously trimmed down, and that over there on the little fence line over there, there's leucanthemums. Again, they're suffering. Everything in the pots is suffering a little bit. Antirrhinums in pots. There's fuchsias across that fence line. This is all going to be grassed this autumn, instead of this horrible chippings that they put down. Verbenas all been planted. This whole border was planted by me, and then you can start to see some of the goodness. Obviously the stuff dying, but the Rebecca's are looking awesome. And again, look at these Rebecca's. They do look good, and they give a full-on long summer flower. And again, round here you got the Rebecca's, you've got more verbena, and it just gives a good colour. But yeah, that is stunning, and I really need to build on what wins. I think that's the way to do it. So flip the camera back round. Yeah, building on what wins in any garden. You know, sometimes you'll do stuff and you won't win, and then sometimes you'll do stuff and you'll win massively. I've had a lot of both. Stuff that wins and stuff that blooming doesn't win. So let's flip it back round there. The main car park, and again here I have to do topiary on these. There's a wallflower bed there with pollies at the front, and again looks stunning in the spring. Looks nothing now, needs water really. Look at that hydrangea, you can tell how bad the water is when you see how poorly he looks. Across this I planted eucharis all the way through, but the soil is so sandy that they really struggle, not to mention the fact of the rain. And again, antirrhinums in these pots, verbenas in and around the edge, or the public do seem to pull them up a bit. And there are more verbenas there. So the lavender's nothing to do with me, I didn't put them in. Got in more planters here and here. I did plant all the way around that hedge, but again, the weather conditions, just, you can't win, just too dry for it. This is a bed I actually planted the other day. There's a tree stump below there, and the rabbits actually had a thing in there, but they've left it. So I've just started replanting that with antirrhinum, so it doesn't look anything for the moment. Here, Christmas tree, and these three were beds. That was a big 100-foot beech tree. And yeah, they're 3 beds now, but again, they just need that rain and time to grow. Not looking as good as they should do, let's put it that way. This was the cesspit area, so that is a cesspit. I put carpet down, chipped it, got rid of all the weeds, although they are coming back, mind you. Fuchsias across the background over there, and again they are struggling. I'm hoping to get some water on them today, to be fair. Leucanthemums here, look, they look like they're going over, and again all down to water, struggling with water. But there's the troops are here, more what I've planted, the same as these, just smaller, with more verbena, more fuchsias. And this is going to make, maybe not this year, but certainly next year, it's going to be a some display if I can keep the weeds down. And obviously you've got the main lawn, and you can see on the lawn how brown everywhere is. Not been mowing it this week, let it recover a bit more. And again, this was all brambles all the way through to that tree line there where the conifer is. The whole lot was brambles. Got rid of the brambles and all the other associated weeds. And there's shrubs in there. There's Canterbury bells at the front, Sweet Williams at the front. There's dahlias. And again, everything just needs some water. It is. It's quite downheartening at times, you know, trying to struggle along with water. They're actually all looking pretty healthy, to be fair, now. Just need a bit of TLC, to be fair. And again, we're putting a hedge in here to stop people walking into that field. And it's growing, but as always, it takes time. And same here, more wallflowers here. Again, they don't look very good at the minute, but they're all green up again. More dahlias added here to bring this border around. And I'm going to push into the back of this year with more flowers. Hopefully, anyway. So the project area, the grass on here was waist height, full of bricks, full of rammel, and it's a much better lawn now. It's still a long way off being a decent lawn, but it's a better lawn. This was all dug out and it's been planted this year with verbena, fuchsias and lots of bulbs. This area, this is one I'm proud of. So this is the cesspit drain off area. So what happens is, from over there, the water and, you know, poo, whatever, goes into here, gets smashed the shit out of, and then it comes over it and it drains into this area. And that is what I'm proud of. Those are hydrangeas. They are looking stunning. And they're only going to get bigger. They love the water, or whatever it is below. And they're just going to grow and fill that area. And eventually I'm going to plant around the back as well with flat plants and just absolutely let it you know, become something special. And as you can see, the dahlias, and again they're on the edge, there's lots of deadhead into the bees. Absolutely love them all. Like they're asleep on there, but yeah, lots of deadhead into there. That's my job for Friday. Yeah, quite a bit of deadheading. And again, there's going to be a cherry laurel hedge round about waist high all the way through, and that's going to stop people walking in, but not so that you can't see the flowers, because those hydrangeas we want people to see. We want people to have photographs with them in the background. And then the herbaceous border, so this was all dug out again. It was all brambles all the way round, dug out. There are still some brambles keep coming up. And again, the herbaceous plants are coming, however, slowly, because, you know, we haven't had the rain. In fact, we haven't had much rain for the last few months. So even they look better than what they did the other day. And this year it's going to be about surviving, getting themselves established in these quite tough conditions. And then as you come here, you can see that the leucanthemums there that look poor over there, they're actually bursting here. So yeah, they do look good on that side of things. Verbena there, that was a bank with rubbish in. Planted it with verbena and echinaceas. Top this whole bank here, it was all weeds. Got rid of the weeds. There's forsythia at the back, and then there's a mixture of strawberries and I think it's squash or pumpkins, one of the two. That's going to come down lovely. Another dahlia border, and here you see the kitchen garden. There are lots and lots of wood to chop up this year. And this is an ever working kitchen garden. There's pumpkins in here, tomatoes, lots of different veg, some wins, some not so wins. I'm struggling with slugs and stuff, and but as you can see, it's coming along. You know, with any garden, it's not easy. I'm only in here literally so many hours a week, and you know, if it was your allotment, you'd spend a lot more time and be able to focus. Literally can't do that. You know, I can only do so much. But that's it. And again, this was all rubbish when I first come, and it's not too bad really now. Bear in mind, we're in a drought, so nothing's looking like it should do for this time of the year. But yeah, that is 23 months in. Hopefully in the next month things will perk up with a bit of rain, and we'll see the, you know, a true transformation. Hopefully.